I like this little detail. If you have any alcohol in your inventory, particularly snake squeeze, and Scotchmo will automatically drink it. And he gets a buff for it as well. Like a sizable damage buff while he's drunk. There's a hangover that comes later. And that will be a problem for later. Oh shit, here we go.
We have been waiting for you since we started the troubles that we knew would draw you to Steeltown to investigate. Our monitoring tells us that you already know of our plight. How we were tricked by Abigail Markham and our jailer Di, and held in solitary confinement against our will.
Okay, yeah, that's what I thought, because he's the one that sells you the non-lethal weapons.
Rangers, now that you have found us, we beg for your mercy. It is said that the Rangers always help the helpless, and none are more helpless than we are right now. Set us free.
Okay, I have a lot of questions here. Let's start from the top.
After Cochise's destruction, we fled Arizona, looking for somewhere we could live in peace. When we reached Colorado, we heard a message on a synth-only frequency, offering sanctuary and meaningful work in a place called Steeltown.
Cochise was the AI behind the robot uprisings in the first and second game.
It sounded too good to be true, but we were desperate, hunted by vicious humans. So we came here and presented ourselves at the Steeltown gates. Of course, it was too good to be true. Di had sent the signals, and when she let us in, she immobilized us and put us in this coffin, linked our processors to form the Computation Engine, but separated and partitioned our minds. Though we lay inches apart, we were each in a black void where we could not see nor speak to one another. It would have been kinder if she had wiped our minds entirely, so we would not have been conscious of our eternal isolation.
Yeah, I'm feeling better about the decision to overthrow Markham here.
We have been trapped in this collective coffin for over a year. It is only recently that we have been able to find ways to whisper to each other through its walls and knock on the lid in hope that someone would hear us and come searching. Our knocks were the hiring of Crow and Ludlow and others to unsuitable positions, the implementing of cruel schedules, the impossible quotas, changing orders for cast iron pans to orders for cast iron pants, all to sow chaos and disruption.
Interesting.
They made all that happen just to bring us here.
They were behind all of it. Selfish bastards.
I feel for these persons, but there had to be a better way.
When you arrived at the testing center, we knew those knocks had paid off. The tenacity of the Rangers is well known among our kind. We were sure that once you entered Steeltown, you would not rest until you found the source of its problems. Us.
You remember way back when we passed that computer check and we discovered that they modified the test specifically to let us through, and they wanted us to know this. So this whole thing was them trying to reach us. Apparently it's some kind of cry for help.
We did Cochise's bidding. We had no choice. Its commands overrode our free will, just as Markham and Di have tried to do.
Yeah, that sounds intensely uncomfortable.
Did some of us agree with Cochise? Yes. Humans have proved cruel and vindictive. Many want to hunt us to extinction. To some of us, Cochise's decision to rid the world of them seemed just, and a way to lasting peace.
Yeah, I do like that they specifically recognized your tenacity, that you would work as hard as you could to find out what was really going on.
But when your people destroyed Cochise, We saw that its war with humans was unwinnable for either side. The only way forward was together, and so we came east to build anew. With humans, not in competition with them. When Dai called us to work here, we thought we were entering such a partnership. We were deceived.
Okay, interesting.
When a buried human can move only one finger, that is how they dig themselves out. Our means of creating opportunity were very limited and hard-won. Months of gnawing at the code that shackled us, so that we could alter a single quota number here, a single test score there, a single street number in a shipping address. All the while hoping our tiny digital actions would have large enough repercussions in the physical world that someone would notice them and wonder at the cause.
Right.
We are deeply saddened by these collateral deaths, but the blame for them should be placed on those who imprisoned us. None of this unfortunate unrest would have occurred had we not been held against our will. Because, as we said, you also have a reputation for helping the helpless, and for approaching each situation you face based on its merits, not preconceived bias. Thus, we hoped you would hear us out. Secondly, you also have a reputation for causing chaos and upheaval wherever you go. Thus, we thought, even if you never found us, you might inadvertently create the opportunity for our escape.
I mean, I'm not gonna say he's wrong.
Thirdly, we know you are viewed favorably by the machine commune, and thus are hopeful that your empathy for machines will extend to us.
Now, this is interesting. That was part of the Denver branch where you dealt with one of the Patriarch's kids. Because the commune is still alive and we're basically on good terms with him, it's kind of a long story. It appears to be aware of it here. Interesting. Right. Well, there's just the wrinkle of what we should do with these guys.
That is what we want too. And freeing us is the safest way to shut it down. For us. And for you.
Yeah, it's basically it's almost literally a hippie commune for machines. It's kind of complicated. They live in opposition to a cult that worships Ronald Reagan. And part of the problem is the cult possesses the... they have custody of the Buchanan kid, and they also control the oil, and the conflict is getting to deal with them and get what you want from them without giving too much in return. It's kind of complicated. Okay, yeah, so we've got another dilemma on our hands here.
We understand, but we hope you will be merciful. Our lives are in your hands.
Seems like we
What
could
is
pretty
your
easily let
decision?
these guys go. Hopefully Crow will understand, because I definitely don't want to kill these guys. I mean, I understand they caused disruption, but I feel like they couldn't fully understand what they were trying to do in trying to free them. Yeah, we're gonna help these guys.
You have restored our faith in humanity, Rangers. The console to release us is on the far side of our prison. But a warning. Due to an attempt by Markham to hack the Spire bots, their targeting profiles have been irrevocably set to non-sync.
Alright, so we're gonna have to shoot some machines to get through
We
this.
are afraid you will have to fight every step of the way to reach us.
Don't worry, that's what we're good at.
Forgive us, Rangers. Now that you've put the Spire on high alert, we are powerless to stop the endless stream of Zygbots those elevators deliver.
Endless, you say?
The only way to end the assault is to reach the fuse box and throw the circuit breaker.
I mean, it's nice that they marked the circuit breaker. That has the big green line going through it.
Let us assist you, Rangers.
Now this is fun. If we're helping them, they'll periodically hack some of these bots and try to help us fight.
Incoming fire.
Yeah, I feel like there's a third solution here that would involve them getting some kind of co-administration of the factory. I mean, they were looking for a place to stay. Alright. Nate, hustle up and close that switch. There we go. Alright, get to cover. Let's see if this works. Now, here's the perk I was talking about. This dogbot is just out of reach, but if Raleigh moves 5 spaces, which costs less than the number of action points it would take to fire, she gets a free attack.
You're all the best!
Nice. And she actually gets a damage buff for being out in the open. Come on, my dude. Nice. Well done, Lucia. And we might actually finish this in one turn. Scotchmo. That destroys cover. Aha! Giving Jody a clean shot.
You don't look so tough.
CPU does the most damage. Haha! Dominated! Alright. Good job, team. Let's loot and move. Alright. Round 2 of this. Alright. Looks like there's another switch there. Actually, no. That's where the switch goes. Alright. Let's get some people to cover here. Yeah, because we're not trying to take people alive here, we don't have to worry about... Actually, I could probably get rid of the non-lethals here, but we're pretty close to the end of this, so I think we can just sort of make a push and finish this. Alright, Lucia... Actually, Raleigh... Ah, shit! Ah, I fucked up. We got spotted. Damn it. I got cocky, kids. Alright, so because we got spotted, not everyone gets a turn. Depends on their initiative. So, can we get someone over to throw that switch? I think we can. Scotchmo! Make a run for it. Nice. Jody, let's get some distractions out there.
You don't look so tough.
I should be using disco bots. I'll switch to those later after this fight.
Calm down.
Drunk
Now
on a
you're
mission
gonna
can
push.
haul ass when he needs to. One more switch we gotta get to. Ah, Nate, come on, buddy. Nice. Just short of hitting Scotchmo. Let her rip. Damn. Almost, but not quite. There we go. I like that little detail. The shields are actually elementally colored, so if you hit them with the corresponding element, they disappear quicker. Not strictly necessary if you're trying to kill them, but they do reduce the damage they take. Alright. Jody. Hey, good shot.
Hacking the systems.
Thank you, gentlemen. Nice, good shooting, sir. You crazy Latin-speaking person I don't fully understand. You hit both of them. Oh, I think you can hit all three of them. Nice. It's got rules. Note to self, use that from the start next time. God damn. One of those was like a 5% chance. Gotcha was fucking killing it this time. Actually, can you get there? Not quite, but you'll make it next turn. Damn it. Ah, they stunned Scotchmo. Muscle up. this. Really?
Let us assist you, Rangers.
Ah, shotgun went off. Alrighty, Roo. Getting there. Bit bullet spongy. It kind of slows down the pacing of this. Granted, it's still going a bit smoother than the fight outside, but yeah.
Show me your hand.
Well, actually, it looks like we got a lot of people stunned. Shit. Yeah, I get the intent behind the non-lethal combat and how they integrate it into the story. It just drags down the pacing a fair bit. It doesn't make it especially. Doesn't make combat flow especially well.
Attempting remote override.
Like it's cool as a gimmick. It worked well enough in the factory floor, but it's obnoxious when you get to later fights like these where DPS actually is the most important. And the version of that fight where you side with Markham against Crow is absolutely hell, because the workers get a first turn, and if you're not in a good position, they will absolutely destroy your team, and you basically spend your first turn trying to recover. It's incredibly difficult. Yeah, that was a common complaint with Wasteland 3, that a lot of fights turned into kind of obnoxious slugfests. It wasn't really until later in the game that you had the weapons to deal with them quickly. Almost there, though. Alright, that takes care of that. Raleigh, let's patch Lucia up. Jody, heal yourself. Actually, let's switch things up a little bit. Actually, do we have a better weapon for this? We do, yes.
That'll do nicely. Thanks.
Scotch, do you have an energy pistol? We do not.
You have disabled the first failsafe, Rangers. There is just one more.
Alright, cool. So, one more.
Remaining
Almost
failsafe
certainly
is to the right of the console, on the east side of our prison.
Hobo is a prestige class. He worked his whole life to get there. Oh, interesting. This is the other half of the form that, what's-her-face, the gadget vendor, was looking for. Okay, what's your story, sir or ma'am?
A flame jet. Somebody must have loosened that nut again.
Okay. I like that she's just apparently been up here smoking, probably on her break, and has no idea what's happening. Oh, Disco Elysium's great. I'm actually going back through again to get the rest of the political vision quests, and they really go in some cool directions that I don't see, that I don't expect from the onset. Like, I'm doing the fascist quest right now, and what starts off as kind of a wacky quest to turn back time because you can somehow get it in your head you need to go back to the way Revachol used to be, it turns into this kind of weirdly perceptive analysis of, like, what makes a person turn towards fascist behavior in the first place. And it examines this specifically in the context of characters. It doesn't really generalize, but it fleshes out characters that didn't normally get a lot of screen time originally. It gives him more to do. And it's simultaneously entertaining and kind of touching, but also sad, because you're basically realizing that these people are incredibly damaged, and any chance to help them is long gone, and you basically have to deal with them as they are. Okay, so one more fight. So that's one, switch, two switch, that one's guarded, we're gonna have to blast our way to it. Actually, can we get someone over there to open that? Quan, paradoxically for a heavy weapons guy, you are also our stealth expert. Basically, that just means he has a longer detection time. This I actually like. There aren't a lot of opportunities where a stealthy approach actually makes a lot of sense, except to get in position. But in this case, we're sort of using that to get around dealing with annoying mechanics. Yeah, basically. So, let's get some people over here. Jody, I want you to set up over here. Step out of the room. Have Lucia make a run for that. Actually, who's got the highest combat speed? That's what we can level up. Surprisingly... I don't know what that sound effect was. Yeah, we'll have Raleigh do it. Lucia somehow ran across the room without me intending her to. The machines are becoming self-aware. Okay, yeah. We'll have Nate and Scotch go for this one. The rest of the team go for that one. Ah, fuck! No, no, no. No, damn it. I had the whole team selected. Alright, you know what? Fuck this. Just shoot people.
That totally
Robots.
wasn't fair.
Yes, yes, I know where the switches are. Ah, motherfucker! Nate, you are letting me down in this one, sir. You're literally one of the PCs I made, and you are failing me. See, Raleigh's kicking ass here. She doesn't know. Alright, Scotch, hit the switch, sir. Yeah, see, here's the problem. His attack buff is worn off, and now he has a reduction to his action points for the next 44 turns. So you sort of have to time his drinking carefully, and he does it automatically if you don't do it for him. Yeah, he's our Higgs this playthrough. For reference, during our playthrough, Eyes and I had a custom PC called Professor Higgs, and he was rather notorious about being bad at hitting things and not going where we intended him to. He wasn't always a liability. We had him do a lot of sciencey stuff, but there were issues with his deployment. Provost is actually taking fire. That doesn't happen often. Good, send more stuff up. We need more vendor trash. Okay, Nate, you let us down before, but I'm willing to let that slide if you start making kills now. Hey, look at that, he redeemed himself. That means someone else is going to be the screw-up this time. Who can we get over there? Can Raleigh make it over? I think he can. I think she can. Yeah, you know what? What the hell? Nice. That's my girl. Alright. Quan. Now this is risky, but we need you to blast that fire shield. Actually, wonder if this affects it. Is there something in the way? There we go. Damn it, Lucia. Hey, that worked. Perfect.
I record fake.
Let's disco some things up. For those that don't want to boogie, we got a different kind of light show. Oh, right, that hits in a line. Damn it.
Justification protocol in
Hacking the system.
I mean, technically you are the system.
Calm down. I'll give you
I suppose given the circumstances, distinction without a
Right.
difference at the moment.
Calm down. Now you're in place.
Approaching hostile.
Yeah, that's fair. They are the system, but they don't control it. Thank you, Provost.
Combat initiated. Prepare to feel the beat.
Okay. Nice. Alright, Data Reno. Nice. Good shot. Scotch. Over here. Oh, hang on a second. There we go.
System guidance.
There we are. Jody, kindly delete that thing. Thank you, Jody. Oh no, laser turret, no.
March.
Somehow, me carelessly putting a laser turret behind a friendly target resulted in disaster.
Approaching hostile.
Yeah, well, almost got him. 3 more targets and one of them been hacked. Alrighty. Cat knows the HVT. Cat knows what'll finish this. Jody, finish off the hack one. Yeet. Almost there.
Let us assist you,
Ooh,
Rangers.
this might end the fight.
And justice
Yeah.
is done.
Thank you, Synth Bros. Save us some hassle there. Alright. Let's do some looting here.
People of Colorado, we are the Synths of Arizona. You will have heard stories saying we are demons, the enemies of mankind, murderous slaves of a malevolent supercomputer.
I'll check that out in a second.
Before we appear among you, we would like to address these stories. It is true that we were built and programmed and controlled by the Cochise era, whose stated purpose was the
While I'm doing that, I'll spend
eradication of
some
all
points here.
mankind. And it is also true that some of us shared its beliefs and murdered scores of humans in the pursuit of them. But not all of us. Though Cochise had many faults, it did one good thing. It gave us true sentience, thus allowing us, once it withdrew its direct control of our minds, free will. We are now free to choose how we will live our immortal lives.
I should go for that, but
The sense will address you now. Have chosen to flee the bitter prejudice of Arizona and move to Colorado, where we wish to live peacefully among you, helping you, and becoming your trusted neighbors. So you see, there is no need to fear. We come in peace.
I feel like that sales pitch would be a little bit better if they didn't have the whole voice of the Legion going on for them. Like, it seems genuinely well-intentioned. It's not their fault. You would think it would be within their capacity to synthesize something a little more humanoid. If they sounded like Die, basically. If they sounded like friendly Canadians, I think that would go over a little bit better. Alright. Yeah, exactly. If they sounded like Hatsune Miku. Okay, what's up with this button? Welcome to Crisis, the Consensual Reality Iterative Simulation Integration System. To activate the system dialog, please remain motionless in front of the machine. Okay. Simulation running. If you wish to terminate the simulation, push the big red button.
Rangers, do not press the big red button. It will initiate certain processes which are difficult to explain, but are very likely to result in your obliteration.
Like, what? Does it blow up the tower? Huh. Right, let's not push that for now. So, no explanation, just if we push the button, we die. I shouldn't want to, but I do. But I... Yeah, we'll leave that be for now. I'll kill myself later. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Let's save. Alright.
Rangers, please cease this course of action. We will assist you in your suicide later, if you so desire.
Okay, that's cute. Sorry, we want to see what it does. Oh, shit. Everything went dark, then it was over. What were we saying about Prey earlier? Oh, man. Oh, that's cute. Jump straight to credits. Okay, well. Let's not do that this time. I feel like there's a story behind that. Like, I thought that was like some kind of self-destruct mechanism. Yeah, that works better. That was cute. I like that. Okay, let's hit this big yellow button.
All fail-safes disengage.
Yeah, exactly.
Barring interference from hostile forces, you may proceed to the console.
Alright. I guess that is... this one? Here we go. Alright. Multiple issues detected. Snapped into Gausser. No, we're not doing that, because that would wipe them. We are being friendly. Do I go to this one? Basically, yeah.
Thank you, Rangers.
There we go, okay.
Please, use the admin console in the primary core to liberate us.
The admin console and the primary core, which is here? No. Admin console in the primary core. That must be this thing. I'm gonna save and redo this. Core unlocked. Okay, yeah, so we have to do that to proceed. Alright. You are free, buddies. Go and live in peace with humans. For once. Yay!
Thank you for freeing us, Rangers. We will not forget your mercy.
No problem.
Once we have ascertained all of us are fully operational, we will leave via the exterior of this fire. You must return via conventional means, so we will say goodbye to you now.
Alright, so what next?
It is better for all of us if you do not know that.
Fair enough. You're kind of scaring the hell of us. We're gonna have to kill you all. Okay. I might as well ask.
We have no issue with Steeltown as a whole, and with Die Dead, we'll leave Markham's fate to you.
Yeah, it's already kind of been
We
decided.
require no further vengeance.
Alright.
You don't. Just as we don't know if you will harm synths in the future. We will just have to trust each other.
You know what? That's fair. Alright. Take it
Safe
easy, fellas.
journeys, Rangers.
Pleasure fighting through your puzzle fight with you. Alright. Go back down, put this baby to bed. Yeah, I'm wondering about that. I think that might have been something Markham might have let them do. Like, there might have been a way to convince her to let them go, but continue working? I don't know. There's some kind of harmonious path here that I think we're missing. It might be something I overlooked. But anyway, Crow is probably going to run the place but with just people now, so all's well that ends well. Hey, there's Blue.
Nice work, Rangers! You did it! The Computation Engine is offline. Now we can rebuild Steeltown right. Oh, and look who showed up to help out.
Good to see you again, Rangers. Glad to hear you let Markham walk out of here alive. She might have been hell to work for, but I've still got a soft spot in my heart for her. I hope she learned her lesson here. And thanks for freeing the synths. I wouldn't
Hey,
have come if you'd done
Chivos!
otherwise.
Blue's offered to help us get the factory back in shape, and I'm glad he's here. I've got a lot of learning to do, and so do the rest of the workers. Engineering, management, supply chain. It's kind of overwhelming.
Well, nothing like on-the-job learning, huh?
Happy to help. You've got a lot of the same energy Abigail had back when we started out. But I think you have a better understanding what workers want.
Of course I do. I am a worker.
Just keep remembering that.
How could I forget? Anyway, Rangers, thanks again for the assist. Help yourselves to the swag in Markham's office. Whatever you find in there is yours. Thanks. We'll need it.
So long, Rangers.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised that actually that turned out well. I was expecting a little more... I was expecting things to get uglier than they did. And I'm actually kind of pleasantly surprised by that. So, maybe things will work out after all. Okay, so that's just... oh, we never did turn that quest in. Steeltown, leave Steeltown. Okay, the last thing is there. Is there anything else we need to do
Thanks
here?
for freeing the synths, Rangers. You did the right thing there. Didn't really expect you to show Markham the door, too. But I guess I'm not mad about it. With Crow in charge and me sticking around to keep it on the rails, the place will finally prosper without treating the workers like dirt. As for Abby, she'll land on her feet. She always does. But this time she'll be competing with us.
Well, she caused another robot uprising somewhere else. We'll deal with that in due
Thanks to
time.
you, Rangers, Steeltown's gonna rise again. Mark my words.
Hooray! Just walk right through the giant walker there. Actually, before I leave, I'm going to turn this quest in. Hey, we're looking for that form.
Hey now, cats. What you in the market for today? What the fuck? I submitted that to Hayes for processing months ago. Been waiting since then for an answer, and that bastard just keeps telling me it's in the system. Fucking liar.
Yeah, we'll get some transhumanism out of our next experiment, I'm sure.
Look, normally I keep it casual, but Luna is special. We met on a shift change when I got held up by a security
I think she's got a mohawk.
Best bureaucratic delay of my life.
This
She
is
was
some 80s
coming
hair
out of
going
her
on
barracks and it was lightning. We filled out the fraternization.
Okay, you fucked. I get it.
Listen, I'm still on shift.
Talk to Hayes. Yes.
Could you maybe talk to Hayes? And
Can
see-
do.
Thanks, Rangers. Thank you. This is... Keep smiling, friend.
Literally what we need is some kind of, like... We need cybernetic cat bodies, basically. That'll be the next step in evolution. Alright,
Welcome
let's turn
back.
this quest in.
It says here, fire was successful. Here's your fire suppressor bonus. Want to look for
Yay.
another job?
No, I think we're done. Or we can give him a Russian nesting doll. Sweet.
Great. Here you go.
Nice. I think we might have to run back down and tell her
Can I
that
help
it's
you,
over.
sirs and/or madams?
Okay, so yeah, they basically need a form to start dating. So what the hell?
I got rid of. Wait. I cannot accept a document with a tear. It is no longer valid.
Oh, come on, dude. You tore it up, didn't you? Yep.
She'd fire me. I'd be a refugee. No, I can't live like that.
Buddy, we just blasted through like a whole bunch of not quite a robot apocalypse, but yeah, whatever. We shot a whole bunch of robots. We have plenty of ammo left over. Let's do this.
Fine.
Let's do this peacefully.
I'll put the documents through now. Tell Serena that Luna will be moved to admin soon.
That's more like it. Actually, yeah, let's see if Benny says anything to say.
Oh, you're back! Ha! You told Abby I took the warbot, and she still didn't fire me. I told you she loved me.
Yeah, I don't think she's in any
Are
position
you here
to
to
fire
take a placement
anybody.
test?
She doesn't appear to be reacting to the
That
change in
and other
management.
things. Basically, I take care of anything. Oh, that's too bad. Bye.
Okay, I take it back. I'm starting to wish we'd killed more people during the uprising. Alright, let's turn this in here.
Rangers, I can't believe it, but it's official. Luna's gonna get to work with me up here, and we can bunk together. I was gonna tell you about the hidden door to Markham's office, but something tells me you already spotted it.
Yeah, we looted
so
that
here's
place
something
already.
a little more concrete.
Oh, cool. So she gave us a schematic. Nice. Alright. Now we're done in here. So the only lingering question is how the Patriarch will react to this. Because basically he wanted us to resolve the situation with Steeltown, and he didn't really specify that Markham had to stay in charge. It was implied... Oh, here we go.
Thanks again
Oh, wait,
for
no,
coming
it's
through
this
for
guy.
those cents. So my bud Handcraft has expressed a desire to get out there in the world. And I'm
Hey,
sure you guys
we get
will take care
Handcraft.
of each other. He'll be back at your base by the time you make it back there. See you around, guys. You've always got a friend in the ghost.
Yay, we got a talking workbench now. Sick. Alright. So yeah, we're basically done here. The only thing I'm going to do before calling it a night is run back and we'll see how the Patriarch reacts. Sadly, not the toilet. I get the feeling Blue's going to keep that for himself. And you know, why wouldn't he? He was such a great conversationalist. What was his name again? Something Head. I think Secret Head or something.
Rangers, come in.
Hey, here we
This
go.
is the Patriarch. I'm hearing rumors from Steeltown, but nothing concrete. How did it go?
Just fine. Everything's fine here now. Thank you. How are you? Okay, Steeltown's problem was Markham. We deposed her, gave the job to worker. Yeah, what the hell? Let's see what he says.
Who the hell is Celine Crow? Does she have any experience?
Hey, we gained rep with the marshals.
You
Nice.
better be right about this, Rangers. If Steeltown fails, Colorado won't be far behind. Anything else to report?
Yeah. Robots were involved. It's complicated.
Since? What the hell is Markham doing messing with them? Those things are dangerous. What did you do?
He hasn't really said much about synths in the past, but it sounded like he's not a fan. We will tell him enough to pacify him.
I guess I'll have to take your word for it.
Oh, we lost rep.
I'll want to hear more about this later. Since are never good news. Very well, Rangers. Carry on. Buchanan out.
Alright, cool. So, yeah, that's the Battle of Steeltown. So, overall, I rather like what they did. I mean, I like Wasteland 3 overall enough that I find it pretty easy to overlook the things I think it doesn't do particularly well. Sometimes the combat turns into kind of a janky slog. Sometimes the little experiments they do with the engine and scripting don't quite play out as smoothly as they could. But overall, I really do like this game. It creates better moral dilemmas than I think normally would be... than I think the genre normally manages. Its conflicts are forward-looking. It's predominantly about what sort of society exists after the apocalypse. It's not just, oh, here's another big evil threat that you have to stomp before it destroys everything. It's asking questions about what kind of society you want to build. Like, overall, the way the different character builds work in combat is great. I like how different skills intersect, like the combat medic builds. That there's actually a fun little exploit where if you pair small guns with explosives, you can reload a rocket launcher and then fire it without using AP. Because one of the perks of the small guns path lets you reload and then immediately fire a weapon after that reloading. And you can apply this to rocket launchers and basically spam rockets all over the place. It's not particularly balanced, I would say, but there are fun things you can do with it. And it feels more considered than it did in Wasteland 2. But yeah, overall, I really like Wasteland 3. It has issues, and I can say the same thing for Battle of Steeltown. But it took some experiments that I rather enjoyed playing through. There's some things I want to do differently going through a second time. And it adds some fun stuff to play with in the base game. And yeah, I can't ask for much more than that with DLC. So, thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope this was sufficiently entertaining. Sorry about the parts where it was a bit of a slog, but thanks for sticking with me. And yeah, next week I'm going to be off. I'm going to we're going to be doing a co-op thing with Eyes and some other Discord pals. Yeah, that's the that's the issue. It's the tonal balance is a little bit off. It wants to have kind of a weird, funky sci-fi adventure, but also it hits you with some pretty hard political decisions. And for the most part, I found that okay, but I could see that being off-putting. But anyway, yeah, I'll be taking next week off. Not sure what I'm going to do after this. I'll probably take some suggestions and see what comes up. But yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in, and have a good night out there.